Hey guys, alrighty. So after last week's weakness, we had quite the rally today. So market wide, everybody was just on a absolute tear up. So you have something like Nvidia up 6.4%, AMD up 5.5%, big green day all the way across the markets. The NQ ended up putting in a 2% day. So the question is this a V bottom right here? Are we seeing a a V bottom right here to go higher, or is this just a relief before we double top and drop lower? So a couple things to look at here today. First thing I want to point out is if you go all the way back to December 13th, we are still trading. If you take our low right here and in our high, our supply right here, we are trading in about a $9.60 range. So about a 2% range for, the last about 20 days here. So, overall, it's really just a range. And you can even see here this orange bear channel. It's a slight downtrend still. It could be a more massive bull flag for a bigger breakout though. So biggest thing that happened today is we did break our red bear channel here. We got a new daily demand right here at 467.41. The only ticker that, or only one that had buyers come back in today was SPY. So SPY actually had daily buyers to support this push up. Now, intraday today was it was really just a phenomenon in my opinion. So since about 6:15 in the morning, when we broke over the 5-minute 20 EMA support, throughout the whole day until as of right now, we never touched, not even closed under, just touched the daily or the 5-minute 20 EMA support. On the 15-minute chart, from about the same time period, that 6 a.m., we never once touched the 15-minute 20 EMA support. On the 1-minute time frame, throughout the whole day, we only closed about 12 or 13 1-minute candles under the 1-minute 50 EMA support. Today was absolutely one of the strongest trend days I've ever seen. It's not even a matter, and the thing about it that makes this trend day, I would say, even weirder is that we did not have, on NQ especially, even though we had the bigger day, we did not have buyers to support the price action. So I have a way I measure I can measure it on any time frame, but I apply it to the 1, 5, and 15-minute time frame, then obviously the daily time frame, but I don't watch that while I'm trading throughout the day. On the 15-minute time frame, after we put in, it was about 10 a.m., that kind of reversal we had, and we can even look at it real quick here. So it was, let's see, right here. This closed right here. The way I measure price action, this is the last justified price on NQ. So you can see we are almost 200 points, almost 150 points over that level, almost 200 points over that level. So on SPY though, from basically the same time period until right about power hour, it also did not justify the buying. Now, end of day there at about 3 o'clock, we had buyers come in and they did justify the high of day at that point. But again, this is one of the craziest, biggest pushes up, and this has got to be the strongest trend of a day I've ever seen. On my personal account, I only took 2 plays today I took the one, I believe it was right here where it looked like we were topping. And at the time, this candle started to push down for a potential reversal that did not play out. And then after these 4 back-to-back doji rejections, same thing, I played it right about this time. I was looking for another drop, and then you saw, obviously, it just broke out. Looking at this day here is just an incredible move. So the question is, what happens next? Where are we going next? So the way I look at it here is I actually want to be bullish now. So as you know, on Friday, I was bearish. I was thinking, well, we haven't retaken the 8 EMA. We haven't put a new demand in. We haven't had buyers come back in. All 3 of those things today happened. So I would like to see a back test of this 8 EMA support, which is probably going to be around 472.8 tomorrow, to then push up. But for the most part here, I like upside. So we are obviously going to face a strong resistance at 476.86 to 478.15. And that is the closure level for a massive breakout. But realistically now, until we get back under the 8 and 20 EMA support, and really even now back under 467.41, I don't have a reason to be bearish. So I want to be bullish here. Today, the thing that was hardest for me to trade was I was looking for, much like Thursday and Friday, I was looking for the failed breakout. I kept looking for the rejection. And honestly, everything I was reading price action wise and technical support wise said, like I was showing you on right here, right here, right here, even right here end of day, everything kept pointing to it wanted to have that reversal, but it just kept pushing. So the question is now, obviously, can this continue its strength to the upside? Going over to ES here, same thing. We have a new demand at 47.32. So same thing, we took back the 8 and 20 EMA. We did not get buyers to come back in, but sellers did weaken. So from here, our next major resistance is 48.35. That's about exactly 36 points from here. If we close over that, then the bigger breakout could be happening. If we get the 15 or daily double top here and come right back down, then 47.32 is our support to watch. Going over to the Qs here, same thing. We still have the same kind of downtrend that is playing out here. We again had 3 daily candles below the 20 EMA support, but we found support and we bounced. We took back the 20 and 8 EMA. We got a new demand at 396.34. Our next major resistance is 406.97. That is the support from back here in this December 19th, really to December 29th, about a 10-day range right here. Break that, and then again, 411.52 is our target. But here on the Qs, if you look at it, since the December, I would call it 12th when we closed here, until current price, we have about a 27-day, $15 range that we have just been holding in. So again, a bigger range has formed here. Going over to NQ daily here. So we got the new demand at 16,456. Again, took 8 and 20 EMA back. We did not get buyers, but we do have weakened sellers. There is certainly a play for a 15-minute or a daily, daily, kind of like you saw here, a daily double top and drop. Now, again, I would struggle to now be bearish until we close back under 16,456. Going over to the VIX here. So the VIX, the VIX only closed down 2% today. The last time NQ, and I want to actually look at this here real quick with you guys. So let's see the last time NQ closed up 2%. So on the 8th, it closed up 1.78%. So let's see what the VIX did on December 8th. So the VIX was down 5.51% on the 8th when NQ didn't even close up a full, or didn't even hit 2% that day. So that means that today, with the VIX only dropping 2%, nothing really adds up. The only thing I can really equate to today's rally is a massive drop in the 10-year yield. So if we go over to our 10-year chart here, so I posted, I was showing you guys this last week. We had the breakout. But you see what happened is today we hit this weekly, this is a weekly chart here, weekly 8 EMA resistance, and then we came back down. So, but we are also bouncing off the weekly 50 EMA support here. So I do wonder if some of this rally was based off of this yield rejection. Now, if these yields push back up and can break through this 4.097% area, that's that 8 EMA, then likely this was is going to be a failed breakout on the daily, and we are going to push lower. If we see these yields break back under 4% for one, but definitely back under 3.96 area and start kind of targeting this 3.94 area, likely this is going to be another breakout to the upside. Kind of same move here on the dollar. So last week I was saying we had the hard rejection off the 8. We're still rejecting the 8 and 50 here. So same thing, if the dollar can push back over 102.43 area, then likely we're going to see the market come right back down. If this starts to slowly sell back to this 101.67 area, then honestly, this probably was our bottom, and we are probably going to see a big bounce to the upside here. I'm very curious to see how tomorrow plays out. I feel like today I went into it too bearish. And again, from a technical standpoint, it was supported. And even from an intraday standpoint, daily and intraday, I would not have been able to play any longs just because from a support standpoint, from what I look for, it was never there. And that's okay. So, remember that if you have a strategy, if it's not your day, it's not your day. If it's not your strategy's day, it's not your strategy's day. Just never put such a hole that you can't recover it the next day. So just keep your head up, wait for the next day, wait for the next strategy, or wait for the next setup. You don't have to trade every day. You don't have to trade every setup. Today was a day I recognized after both of my shorts got stopped that it was just not going to be my day. It was just not my technical setup that I wanted. And that's okay. So I just kind of sat for the rest of the day. It's kind of the same way if you think about it. When you have two nice wins to start your day, like we had almost every day last week, you don't have anything to gain from continuing to trade. It's the same thing when you're down. You don't have to continue to trade to get that back. There's another day. And for me, I feel like as the day goes on, the less likely my setups are. I have way higher success anytime before really noon. But really that like 10 a.m. to about 11:30 time frame is my ideal time to trade. So tomorrow's a new day. We'll see what tomorrow brings. From a calendar standpoint, not a whole lot going on tomorrow. We did have a Fed speaker today at noon, and that also brought a pump. So, we got the classic Fed speakers pumping us again here too. So tomorrow's a critical day, though. If bulls get that follow-through day, which historically speaking, these rally days do have follow-through days, we could be looking at a big breakout. We could look at even, it'd be wild, but all-time highs is about 479. So if we push to, let's see, it's 479 point, I think it's like, we'll just call it 480. So 1.15% day tomorrow gets us to all-time highs. So not a big day to do. All right, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow.